A rat smells a cat. The story should end right there. Because every rat on Earth is born with one rule: stay away. But this one doesn't. It stops. It sniffs the air. Then it walks closer. At first, you'd think the rat is sick. Or maybe just incredibly stupid. Neither is true. Something else is making the decision. And the thing making that decision doesn't even have a brain. It's a microscopic parasite called Toxoplasma gondii. Its entire survival depends on reaching one place: a cat. Here's the problem. It usually ends up inside a rat first. That's a dead end. Unless the rat gets eaten. Most predators chase prey. This parasite doesn't. It changes the prey instead. Researcher Manuel Berdoy at Oxford put infected rats in an area carrying the scent of cat urine. Healthy rats reacted exactly as you'd expect. They escaped immediately. The infected rats didn't. Some stayed. Some explored. Some even moved toward the smell. Think about how bizarre that is. Evolution spent millions of years teaching rats to fear cats. A single-celled organism quietly turned that fear down. Not every fear. Just that one. That's what makes it remarkable. This wasn't random damage. It was targeted. Almost like someone edited one line of code while leaving the rest of the program untouched. Now here's where the story stops being about rats. Humans can be infected too. You don't need to own a cat. The parasite can spread through undercooked meat, contaminated water, or contact with cat feces. Most people never realize they have it. The immune system usually keeps it under control. Usually. But some scientists started asking a strange question. If this parasite can influence a rat's behavior, could it leave tiny fingerprints on ours? Biologist Jaroslav Flegr spent years studying that possibility after noticing subtle changes in himself following an infection. Across large studies, infected people appeared, on average, slightly more willing to take risks, slower to react to danger, and in some datasets, more frequently involved in traffic accidents. None of this proves the parasite controls human behavior. Not even close. These are statistical trends, not evidence of mind control. But they are unusual enough that scientists kept investigating. Then another discovery made the mystery even bigger. Neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky found that chimpanzees infected with the same parasite became unusually calm around the scent of leopards. Different animal. Different predator. The same strange pattern. The parasite wasn't controlling thoughts. It seemed to be adjusting something much smaller. Here. Just enough to make dangerous situations feel a little less dangerous. And sometimes, a little is all it takes. That raises an uncomfortable question. How many decisions feel completely yours when they're actually influenced by things you never notice? Stress changes your choices. Sleep changes your choices. Hormones do. Even the bacteria living inside your gut can affect your mood. Maybe a parasite belongs somewhere on that list too. Scientists are careful not to exaggerate the evidence. There is no proof that Toxoplasma gondii controls human minds the way it manipulates rodents. If it affects us at all, the effect is likely subtle. Small enough that you'd never notice it happening. But history has a habit of reminding us that tiny things can have enormous consequences. A virus can shut down the world. A mutation can reshape a species. And a parasite smaller than a grain of dust might be able to whisper to one of the oldest emotions evolution ever gave us. Here. So the next time you wonder why someone ignored a warning, or why you took a risk that didn't feel like you, the explanation is almost certainly ordinary. Almost. Because somewhere inside nature exists an organism that survives without claws, without teeth, without intelligence. It wins by changing one tiny decision. And sometimes, one tiny decision is all it takes. If your brain just found this itch a little less annoying, subscribe. There's a lot more hiding in plain sight.